Dicey.
Had to quickly mute the audio on that one, just as we flicked over to the intro.
Just because we started immediately just saying controversial.
Just talking about Squished straight away, like straight into
it.
Okay, let's...
You know, where we left it last week, because it was, it was such a poignant, tragic moment, but I don't know if you could see this when you watched it back, Reagan, when you said you tell Ireena what you need to tell her. You said she immediately drops to her knees.
Oh, I saw your face. I was going to
really
I was going to zoom in on it on the recap. I was going to keep that in and zoom in on it just to show how serious the moment was. To her knees, you say?
Everything to fight the inference.
Whatever makes her feel better about her dead brother, I guess.
So much worse than anything I would have said.
Well, they're not really a brother.
That's right. That was another line we were going to go with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cheer up. Wasn't even your real brother. God, get over it. I am.
Big arm guy is wherever he is.
True.
Who we also killed.
No, he's not dead.
He's alive and well.
He's not
Strahd's
dead.
got him.
I know. Thank you, everyone, for reminding me of that. I was just saying we tried to kill him. And Strahd rescued him at the last second.
Don't pretend you're remembering it now. You said he was dead.
I was the one who... When Barrett was making the list of our anniversaries, I was the one who brought up Big Arm Guy.
That is a good point.
Yes.
That's a good point. We are...
I say.
We're at the entrance of the church. American Bill and the Baron you've just seen, Ireena, crumble to the floor and just scream in the most pained and agonizing scream you've heard since you've entered Barovia. Morley, you're standing there in front of her now, and you can see Lucian at the back of the church just shaking his head with concern. And Casimir slowly getting to his feet in an area at the back of the church there as well. What do you do, Morley?
I think I want to help Ireena up to her feet and give her as much support as she... I don't want to, Mark Lundy her out of the front of the church or anything like that, but I want to kind of usher her away into
You don't want to what?
Mark Lundy.
Okay. Is that a sports reference?
Thing where he's so in grief and people are holding him up on either side.
Who's Mark Lundy?
You don't know who Mark Lundy is?
I'm just going to Google.
He murdered his wife and child. It's so dark.
You mentioned it. Oh, there's the picture of it. And he's faking it, is he?
Yeah, well, that's what they say. But anyway, I'm not imagining her being kind of dragged around like a marionette kind of thing. But I do want to maybe usher her off to somewhere where she can maybe be in private, like maybe one of the rooms, like just to kind of, and just sit with her, not say a word, but just let her grieve.
Okay, yeah.
Can I have a request?
Mm-hmm.
Can I request that Morley would at least at some point mention that there may be some hope that we can get Ismark back?
Oh, maybe when she starts to, not be like literally screaming and wailing. I don't want to be like, don't worry, we can bring him back to life. Promise?
No, yeah.
Absolutely. As a fucking gnome, which everyone here is horny as fuck for.
Forgot about that. Should be stoked.
No, I don't want to start this again.
Okay, no, don't start it.
We're going off in private so she can grieve. At some point in there, I will mention that we're looking into everything we can to bring more.
Yeah.
This is a very strong. This is a very strong start to this session. This is very strong.
Yeah.
I'm
just
here,
ease the idea. Just test the waters of like if she likes gnomes or not. Just to see what he says.
Just out of nowhere, as she's wiping her like stinging eyes. Like, do you like gnomes? One of your favourite creatures? No, I'll bring it up tactfully while we're in the room.
Yeah. All right. So the rest of you just see
Not
Morley.
the gnome stuff, just the resurrection.
Oh, okay. What it's coming. All right.
Yeah. You see Morley sort of help Ireena up off the ground and sort of take her into one of the empty bedrooms at this moment, and she's just wailing, just crying the whole way. What do the rest of you do? Anyone can start. Anyone. Any of you have got something you want to do?
We're all polite, so when you say, what do you all do? We all go, I'll wait for the other person to say something.
Don't do that. Just jump on to what you want to do.
I'm going to walk forward into the church, being very careful as I move past the room. Hopefully the door's closed and stuff. Try to give Ireena some space.
Father Lucian sort of walks towards you with a very concerned look on his face. Oh, what happened? What happened, Bill?
Well, we ran into Strahd, and he had run into Ismark.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It was more than that. He did this to teach us a lesson for our arrogance. It is our fault that this happened to Ismark. It is our arrogance, sending him away on his own like that. Of course Strahd would seize upon this opportunity.
Yeah, our hubris. We forgot to be so careful. Previously, we were so careful bringing them here, and then we were like, "Yes, Ismark, go and raise an army."
We thought the day would provide at least a disincentive for Strahd, but he seems so full of fury with the lighting of the beacon.
That's really pissed him off.
Lucian nods and offers up his church as a place for you to grieve. If you need to spend some time praying to the Morning Lord, please, by all means, you can have your privacy.
Thank you, Father. And Bill is going to take him up on that, and he's just going to go up to a seat on the pew. Just spend some time there.
Yeah, I'll solemnly tell the father that we have secured the support of the abbot. But there is no joy in my words. I'm too distraught.
Casimir moves over towards you, Mirakin, and places a hand on your shoulder, and says, "Mirakin, I'm sorry. I should have at least been there with Ismark. We were careless, and I'm sorry."
Thank you, Casimir. I can't imagine the pain Ireena is feeling right now.
And Casimir nods, and there's just like a pause, and you can still just hear crying coming from the room. Morley, is there anything you wanted to detail while you're with Ireena, or sort of do you want to explain sort of what might be happening in that room?
I think just sitting in the grief. I think Morley's probably crying a bit too.
Yeah.
And just holding Ireena's hand and us both just not really saying too much for a while. And then I think at some point, Morley would say, "Do you want me to leave you? Do you want me to leave you alone for a while? Do you want some space to process this? Are you okay? Do you need anything?"
And she shakes her head and just grabs onto you. And you can just tell from she doesn't say anything. You can tell from the way she's holding you that she does not want you to leave this room. That without you being in that room, she would be so much worse.
Okay. Molly just stays.
Lucian sort of waves you over, Baron.
Oh, all right.
Do you have the body?
Yes, we have it in a coffin.
Are we preparing it for burial?
No. Well, I'm planning on performing a spell on it that will stop it from decomposing for 10 days at a time, because there may be the possibility of being able to bring him back to life as a gnome. Or
as a what?
Or-
What was that last bit? No. As
bring
a
him back to life.
Father Lucian says a little prayer, just too quiet for you to hear, and he sighs, and he says, "Baron, come with me." And he's just sort of pacing. He's just walking. He's walking almost aimlessly around the church, but he's wanting you at his side while he does this. He says, "There's something, and I believe you were informed of this early in your stay here in Vallaki, but souls are a little different here in Barovia. They're trapped. They're trapped here, and because they don't move on, what often happens is if there is a birth, if there is a newborn, souls inhabit the newborn."
That's right. Yes, yeah, I remember, because your friend there, the grave digger, doesn't have a soul. Is that right?
No,
That's-
he does. Does he?
I don't.
No, he doesn't
does.
cry.
I don't think he does. I think. Oh, you picked up on that. Yes. It's unfortunate for many of the people of Barovia.
There's not enough souls to go around. Is that right?
That's correct. And my concern here is with the lack of souls in general. All it may take is a single birth in Barovia before.
What's the birth rate?
Let's get to the nearest maternity hospital
How long do
immediately.
we have?
There's thousands of people across Barovia.
Yeah, it's pretty grim
Okay.
though, isn't it? Because surely people aren't just rooting. Morning,
What
noon,
else
and
do you
night.
do in a place like this?
Well,
There's
to be
nothing
honest-
else
Yeah,
to do.
rooting, but
Oh, you'd
Even
never
so.
be in the mood here, surely.
Oh, you
Ever.
don't know human beings at all.
yeah, I'm
One's
not going to
telling on
open that.
themselves.
I'm not going to open that door with Morley at the moment. If this is what happened. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If I perform this magical rite on his body, he should be preserved with his soul, unless it's already, unless a baby's already born with his soul in it. But I mean, it wasn't that long ago. How many babies are born per day?
So the spell, does it say specifically that it keeps the soul, or is it just the body? Or does it assume
Well, it
that the
stops
soul
from
will
becoming
just...
undead. So, and you can bring them back, right? So,
I would probably suggest in the normal outside world, it would recall
Yeah.
the soul from wherever it went. But if that soul, like it is in Barovia, had inhabited a new body, then who knows who or what you'd be bringing back.
Yes. Oh,
What does it
what,
say in the
Bring him back
fine
with-
print?
a different soul.
Dimitri's
Well,
actual son.
He could
We
just
might
come
actually
back
get that
without
one
a
pop
soul.
up.
So, do you think that, for instance, I'll explain Dimitri's son. Do you think that Dimitri was Dimitri's son was brought back, but without a soul.
It's possible, unless there was a soul waiting to return. Unless
Because he's come back
Dimitri's son
energetic.
had already... First of all, if Dimitri's son ever had a soul, and if that soul had already moved on. There's so many unknowns.
Are you saying that we could have lost Ismark already? No hope?
It's probably... He's only been gone a little while. It's probably unlikely, but the longer you leave it, who knows?
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
need
start.
to learn this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I want to grab Baron Byron by the shoulders and just be like, does your spell keep the soul in the body or not?
I'm leafing through my book. I'm leafing through it.
Give me an Arcana roll.
Okay,
Does my shaking help? Does it confer guidance upon him, perchance?
Yeah, sure,
12
but
plus
he's already
9.
rolled. He's already rolled very, very well. There's no mention of specifically this holding the soul in its body. It's just that it preserves the body and that it can return someone to life.
Gentle repose is the spell.
Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. I'm panicking. I really thought
Could
there was a
someone
hope we
ask
could make this
Evolution?
right.
Well, here's the thing.
Does someone need me to shake Father Lucian by the shoulders? 'Cause I'll do it.
No, I'm saying maybe ask Father Lucian if he knows of any way to kind of bottle the soul.
Okay, I'm going to shake
yeah.
Father Lucian, and I'm going to
What's
scream
the
in his face. Can you bottle the
It's
soul?
well-known
Father Lucian,
performance
can you bottle the
enhancer.
soul? What can be done?
He lowers his head and says, "Do you have any idea what you're asking, American? Where would his soul even be right now? How long has he been deceased?"
I don't know what I'm asking.
I understand that you're all grieving, but you're asking the impossible of me.
Here's what it says in my spell to do with this.
Mhm.
Right. The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead. Since days are spent under the influence of the spell don't count against time limit of spells such as raise dead. So if the soul is still with them now, it will continue. If it's already left, it might draw him back into it. I don't know.
Oh no.
Can we detect souls in bodies?
Perhaps I could try to divine it.
Yeah.
I could ask the spirits. I'm going to ask the spirits.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Can I do a dramatic, like, take the nearest table and like sweep everything off it dramatically?
Yeah, there's the altar sort of near the front of the back of the church.
Smash all the,
Just
the
Yeah,
holy
all the
symbols.
precious artifacts go flying, clattering down on the floor in an ultimate sign of disrespect to the Morning Lord as American hurriedly tries to set her crystal ball up. She's quivering with excitement and fear. Incense! We need incense! Get over here, Brian! We need 25 gold pieces.
I'm going to light a cigarette, wave it around. 25, I'm going to pat my pockets. Who's got the money?
Okay, Bill, you're going to help with the chanting. This is very important.
Yeah, sure. I'll move over and stand there. I'm not really sure what American wants, but
Can I start
Bill, if you
snatching at Baron?
sorry, just to interrupt just for a second. Bill, if you don't
Go on.
already have inspiration after praying to the Morning Lord, you now do.
ooh,
Ooh,
Carry
nice.
on, American.
Can I start hurriedly snatching at Baron Byron's magical cloak and be like, we need some of that gold. Give us the gold patch.
Oh, don't we have gold
Don't you,
already?
you guys have
I mean,
a
this
bunch
would-
of gold?
I don't know, I'm panicking. I just see the patch.
You scooped up
Okay,
a whole
we're-
bunch out of the crypt that Patrina was in.
Fine.
We all have a bunch of gold, right?
Yeah.
I just dump some out onto the altar.
Fine, keep your hatch, Brian.
Thank you.
I beseech the spirits, answer our cry. Is Ismark's soul still within him?
And so what is the spell? You get something... here we go.
For divination.
Your
you get
magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants who ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity. Ooh, I need to phrase it in terms of a goal, event, or activity.
There we
An
go.
activity
Okay,
is like
so-
the spirit being around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a single question.
Is his spirit doing any activities in the next 7 days?
Yeah, what
Inside
does
his
it
body? Off. And then the
Exercise.
GM offers a truthful reply that may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
The reply that you get back, American, inside your mind, and it's a really warm sensation as you receive this message, and it's just the message of being 24 and no more. Then the soul shall leave.
I'm going to start yelling that to everyone.
Just 24 and no more. You're yelling that out.
24 no more!
Oh my god.
24 seconds, 24 minutes.
Days.
Oh,
24 days later.
24 hours, I'm sure of it.
Well, how long has it been? Can I tell? This is my specialty.
Yeah, I mean, well, you checked this before you left Kretsk, and it had been about 3 hours. You've travelled back to Vallaki. You'd be sitting at about 7 hours since Ismark's death at this point.
Okay. All right, no rush, guys.
No rush.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time. I'll just have a sleep later.
We don't have
Ireena's
plenty
just
of-
coming around in the room and just hears, no rush, guys, from the
All
from the
rush.
mantle.
Panic.
Bring the coffin in. And you know, if it does fail, our wish will come true anyway, right? He will be reincarnated and have a whole new life.
No, Brian. Stop that. We all rush, all panic.
Okay.
24
all right.
no more!
This panic is starting to rub off on me.
I'm going to
pacing,
run
I'm
up to
pacing.
Morley and be like, we've done a divination. 24 and no more. And his soul will leave his body. That means we have 24 hours or less to bring him back. And because we haven't killed Strahd yet,
You've just realised you've sort of like, with all of that frenzy, you've just gone running into the room with...
what? I didn't run into the room. I thought he came out of the room.
No? Did he?
I've not come out.
No,
Off the-
this
off
is
the
table
road.
talking.
I didn't run. I didn't run in and start
Oh,
shouting
right,
in
okay,
Ireena's face.
okay.
I
By
thought you
any
kicked in the
means.
door.
Punched Ireena in the face. Yeah.
Shaking Ireena. 24!
That'd be fine. Let's bring in the body. Where's the coffin?
Strangely
Well,
enough,
the
24 and no
body.
more is Leonardo DiCaprio's rule for women as well, actually, which is quite interesting.
Oh, current
Whee.
again. Nice one. That's about as current as you can get.
I prefer when we discuss actors like Buster Keaton, or Paul Newman.
Or whoever that murderer was.
Buster. That's a name that needs bringing back.
But yeah, where's the human-shaped box with?
The box
Nirvana's
is,
seminal hit.
He's on fire.
the box is still in the carriage.
Oh, okay. I'll get the skeletons to bring it as far as they can, and then. I guess we
Yeah.
can
They
just
won't be
push
able to bring
along
it
the
into
floor.
the church due to the box.
Exclusionary processes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why can't they bring it in?
Because
they're undead.
Because they're undead. Nothing undead
right.
can
Not
come
because
inside
of Ismark. Okay.
No.
No, it's just prejudice.
But
Really?
they could shove it through the door, and they could give it a real good push so it slides all the way to the.
Yeah, let's play curling.
How about
I'll get the broom.
How about we help them?
Okay, yeah, all that. Okay, I'll help too.
Um,
Let's put it up on this altar. I guess the gold disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
I like
is
to
that
think
right?
that, yes.
Milovich helps.
give us a hand.
Yeah, Milovich will be there to help bring the coffin in.
Is he still there? Is he? I thought he'd been asked to move out.
Oh, he's still in. He's got his
Still
bedroll.
lives
His bedroll's up against one of the corners inside the church now, just making room for the abbot.
Okay.
And but he's helping obviously with this coffin as well, as is Casimir.
Beautiful craftsmanship on this coffin, by the way,
Well,
Bill.
how's Casimir doing with the pine box?
What?
Well, he's dying, right? Like he's decaying.
Oh, no,
It's just a
physically.
look.
it's just a look. He's basically his actually good reminder though. Casimir is looking literally rotten as well. Like he is looking well decayed now.
Does he smell?
Yeah, there's a bit of a dead smell to him now as well. But it seems to have stopped. His decaying has now stopped, and he's now in this very. He almost looks kind of like Brian from the magical zombie that gifts you things when you want trading.
Really?
He's almost zombie-like in his appearance now. But he seems to be handling it well. He's trying not to. He's
always been
trying
fine with
not
it.
to. Yeah, he's fine. Look, he's fine.
This was his
Interesting.
decision, wasn't it?
Interestingly, he's allowed in here as well, so he's definitely not undead.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not undead. He looks dead.
But his strength stat is the same as it always was. Like he's not struggling with this coffin.
Not struggling at all. He's totally fine. Look, he's fine.
I'm sure he's struggling emotionally.
Bill, I'm
I'm
fine.
freaking out.
Bill, I'm fine.
Are you sure though? 'Cause you did slough off a little bit of skin from onto the casket.
He's like, oh, and just picks that off.
Oh.
Not good.
I mean, he's not
good.
physically great, but
Yeah,
I've seen worse.
yeah. So
Looks good.
Friendship.
whereabouts are you guys putting this this box?
Up on the altar.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he's now.
Who do I need to shake? You're not panicking enough right now. None of you are.
Well, we have a plan.
American.
Yes.
That's not.
Snap out of American.
Yeah. Yes, slap me.
I'll come in and slap Ireena.
Slap me.
I don't like where this is
Right here.
going. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Not like that.
I'm really
Joe,
apologetic.
it's just that American's a drama queen, and the idea of being slapped in the face for being too hysterical is just wonderful.
Okay, I'll give it a go, but it'll be like I've got a -1 strength. It'll just be
break
like
your
a
wrist.
Mr. Burns slap. Slap out of it. You've got a plan, American.
It comes across as like a caress, a loving caress.
Just like,
Brian.
here's a strength roll. Oh, an 18.
It's pretty good.
I go flying.
Like it beats her DC, so AC. Sorry.
Ow.
It just head goes backwards. All right. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't think it would actually connect. I'm not great with hand-eye coordination. I was trying to miss.
Can't believe you've done this, Brian.
Look, we've got a plan. We've got a plan. After I've had a sleep, I will perform the magic spell on him I just have to prepare it again. That will stop his body. It'll keep his body and soul together for 10 days.
You just said it didn't. There's no guarantee
No, it does.
it keeps
It does. It does.
What?
Well, the
It
prophecy
extends the time for us to be able to cast like revivify or what? Not raise. I always think raise the dead. They would
I
come
see
back
no
as a
mention
zombie.
of a soul, Brian. I think you're reading into this too much with a hopeful eye.
No. I mean, it's
I think at this point you've got no idea about the soul side of things. You know that you can revive people and that this will prolong the decaying. That if the decaying occurred, you wouldn't be able to revive in the human form. But realistically, as far as souls go, you've got no idea, especially in this bizarre world of Barovia.
Yeah, Barovia might be different, American, but the spell says it effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead.
Brian, I don't think you understand. In this land, people come back without souls. They are sometimes born without souls. There's no guarantee the soul will be.
I know that, but even in the outside world, if that were the case, then your soul would just fuck off, and the spell wouldn't do anything.
No, you'd be calling this soul back, right?
Yeah.
I reserve
This
my right
should
to be very
lock them
freaked out.
together.
I don't
Why?
It doesn't.
Why do we need to wait? Why don't we? Just
We would
get them back now.
told
If
by
we
the
bring them-
abbot that if we brought them back now, then it probably wouldn't actually work properly. Right? They come back like Dimitri's son. So I was thinking we just prolong it, and then we have at least 10 days to kill Strahd, and then bring Ismark
We
back.
won't. I don't believe we will. I don't believe this. The soul will be gone within 24 hours. It
This
has
is our
been
own-
divined, Brian. It has been divined.
It has been.
So when they come back weird, is that because they don't have a soul, or
We don't know.
who can we ask? The
Well,
abbot?
even the abbot didn't know. We asked him, and he said,
It's
As
the
far
curse.
as
back weird.
as far as the abbot was concerned, he can only put it down to the curse that is shrouding Barovia as to the reason Dimitri's son came back the way he did.
Well, the curse relates to the souls, right? Like the reason why it's not just Barovia. It's the curse keeps all the souls trapped here.
Yeah.
So
and
if
apparently
it's cursed-
when they come back. And he's an angel. He's a little angel, and if he can't bring them back intact,
Little angel.
a literal, not little, but he is a little angel. He's a
been unlucky,
literal
though.
angel.
Isn't
And
he?
Huh?
He's just been unlucky though, and also
Has
he's
he?
done it well in the future. So I think prolonging it would actually decrease our chances massively of locking the soul in. It's like we need to kind of revive him within 20 or bring him back within 24 hours. That gives us the best chance, but not guaranteed, of having Ismark's soul back in the body. But any more than that, and it's like a lock that it won't be. Ismark's soul will be in some baby somewhere.
That's what I say.
okay,
This is terrible. Terrible news. We cannot hope to defeat Strahd in the
Well,
next how many hours? This
This-
ruins everything.
yes.
I will say just out of game, there's no guarantee that his soul will end up in a child. I'd have to do rolls to decide if there are children being born any given day within Barovia. But I'm just saying there is a risk. The longer you leave it, the more chance it is that the soul will move into another body.
yeah.
I heard 24 and no more. Okay? I'm very
It's true.
freaked out. right now.
Yeah.
So, do you think we can kill Strahd in 24 hours?
Why do you have to kill Strahd to be doing it?
And the curse, because if we bring him back with this curse on, the abbot said it's likely that he'll come back not quite right. Have you ever seen that movie, Pet Cemetery?
Yeah, he'll come back
Um,
with a bit cemetery.
Let's just move into the room where Ireena and Morley are at the moment. Ireena, it's been a while now, and Morley, you've stayed at Ireena's side, and she has been crying onto your shoulder, and the crying is subsiding a little bit now. She's starting to just wear herself out, and she's asking whether am I able to see the body? am I able to see my brother? Because at the moment she has no idea the state that he is in.
Yes, we brought him back with us. You can, of course, see your brother. The situation out there is going to be pretty volatile. Obviously, you're feeling it the most, but we're all upset. We're all running around trying to do whatever we can. So let me just go out there and just make sure everything's okay, and I'll come get you in 2 minutes, all right? And Molly's going to come out and just tell everyone that Ireena wants to kind of see Ismark, and to just everyone calm down and be respectful and make sure it's a quiet, respectful environment. And he's really going to hammer that message home to American, especially after all the shaking and screaming that he's heard through the door.
I start shaking Morley. No, she's clammed up now. She's just in her head, pacing.
Is it open casket?
It can be.
I guess I'd ask Bill to maybe just pry off the lid, so that when Ireena comes out, she can see him. And then I'd go back and I'll get Ireena and just quietly kind of stand back and kind of gesture towards the human-shaped box.
I just like the idea of a literal human-shaped box. Got arms and legs and. Bill,
you were making fun of us for not taking it seriously enough.
I'm just joining in. No,
it's not for you. This is for the players only.
Good yes ending, Reagan.
You're ruining our moment.
That's four from us.
Now you know what it's like. So the Ireena gets to her feet and holds onto your arm, Morley, as you lead her out of the room, and she takes in the view of the church with everyone sort of standing solemnly, quietly. Are you guys looking in her direction? Or are you trying to are you in your own heads at the moment? Sounds like American's pacing. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So you're kind of like pacing near the window at the back of the church. Baron, Bill, so are you what are you doing in regards to your attention at this point?
I'm just sort of standing there.
I've just backed up to the top of the church here, and I'm staring out the window and trying to think.
Ireena and
you guys are both talking at exactly the same time. Can you hear each other? Or
I can't hear Bill. His camera's disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Me and who?
Sorry, Bill and Baron are both speaking at exactly the same time.
He's disappeared from my screen.
You've both disappeared from each other's screen, so you might want to. I think I picked up what you were both saying though, so both of you guys feel free to reload. So the Baron is sort of standing at the back of the church, looking out the window out towards the cemetery, and Bill seated himself at the front of the church. Ireena's taking in the view of all of this, and is quite thankful that there are no real eyes on her at this point. And she sees the box, the wooden box at the end of the church, and catches her breath, just like, and she just catches it and stops any sound from coming out, but her eyes overflow with tears as she lets go of Morley's arm and picks up pace as she reaches the box. And she stands at Ismark's side and looks down into the coffin, and you can see Morley. You've sort of walked up, you've caught up behind her, and you can see the tears running from her cheeks and landing inside the box next to Ismark. But you look at Ireena, and you see just a ferocity in her face. She can see the bite marks on Ismark's neck, and she knows exactly who did this to him. and what the message was meant to be. And there's an absolute stoic. She's frozen. She's not crying now. Tears are still flowing, but she's not. Her breathing is paced now, and you look at her and she just looks angry. And she just says quietly to you, Morley, knowing that you're standing there at her side. She just quietly says to you, "I'm going to kill him. I need to be there when Strahd dies." And she leans down and she gives Ismark just a kiss on the forehead. And she stands up and says, thank you for bringing him back to me. And she turns to the rest of the room and she thanks you all loudly in an attempt to get everyone's attention. She says, thank you all for bringing Ismark back to me. And you look over and now you're all seeing the same sort of ferocity on Ireena's face that Morley was seeing. There's this drive and this power behind that look that you haven't really seen from her before. And she says, when it was just Strahd and his childish games to get me, that I could handle. But now that Strahd has killed my brother, this, and she catches her words again as she holds back tears. She swallows. She takes a big breath. And she says, this is the start of the end for Strahd. How dare he take the last thing I have. And she storms off back to the bedroom where you were sort of keeping her company, Morley. Strangely, you can hear like the noise of things. There's like the shuffling and moving of noises of things coming from that bedroom. It's like she's run off and she's doing something in that bedroom now. And there's a lot of movement of stuff.
Rearranging. What do you think it is? What is that noise?
Away. She's gonna do something irrational if we don't stop her.
Oh.
I better go in there. I better make sure that she doesn't do anything.
Sorry, I was just
crazy.
going to ask, outside of character, are we going to try to res him?
Well, we have to discuss that, because it seems like if we do try, he'll probably be all effed up, which isn't ideal.
I think that's the worst case scenario, bringing him back and having him not be, having half a personality or not actually being
So you
himself.
reckon? So you're worried that it's not connected to the soul thing?
I
So
think
you're
it
saying-
maybe changes the soul, or I think it
I'm
has
not
something to do
sure.
with something to do with the curse. If the abbot can't do it, then
But the
I don't see why we can.
I don't think
The abbot's been
resurrection.
out 3 weeks later.
Was it 3 weeks later that he did it?
No, I just don't think resurrections will work until the curse is broken on this land. That's how I feel.
I agree.
Dimitri's son had been dead for some time before the abbot brought Dimitri's son back to life.
It just wasn't fresh enough.
Can we resurrect him? And then if he's not Ismark, we'll just kill him again.
That won't be traumatic at all.
We'll do it in a side room or
Just
something.
keep doing it. Just
Look
keep
at
doing it
that
over and
little-
over.
Yeah.
Look in the little gnome
does he
eyes.
does he
and
give
he'd be like,
experience
no, I
points?
couldn't do it.
Experience points. Yeah. Just
That's
sit
right,
there
you
leveling
level
up.
up
Just
again.
level up. Keep going.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna
maybe.
grind Ismark.
I mean, Ismark's.
Yeah, because like this message was ambiguous. Like, if we revive him within 24 hours, maybe the curse won't make him all messed up.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, it seems too weird that there'd be two things related to, like, two distinct things related to how long it takes you to resurrect somebody.
Yeah, this is similar to H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator, where always wants them to be, they need to be more fresh for it to work.
I was just about to say that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have pumped that divination for just more detail. But
Yes,
gods
20
aren't like that. They aren't like that. 24, no more.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds... Your question was if the soul is still with him, though, right?
Yeah.
Not if it's going to work within 24 hours, that's the problem.
Yeah, his soul will be gone after 24 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And Shannon's thinking that, or the Baron is thinking that this spell of his a gentle repose will lock that in there for 10 days.
Yeah, and I'm going to try it anyway after my rest, if you haven't brought him back. It's up to you if you want to bring him back. I can't do that. It's not my area of expertise. I can only bring him back as a skeleton or as a zombie, which he might not mind. But I would
think
bring
he
him...
would mind.
Well, he wouldn't really have a mind.
The only thing he'll be happy about is coming back as a gnome.
It won't work in the church, right? Your magic, your...
Yeah, he'd probably shoot out the door like a cannon.
Oh, maybe that can be our strategy against Strahd. We'll just resurrect people in the church.
It's like a slippery
Fire
frog,
them.
like a slippery frog just going sloop out the window as soon as he's brought.
Yeah, an undead cannon. This is good.
It's like the cannon of a ship. Like,
Ring,
just at
ding,
the front
ding,
door.
ding,
We're just-
ding.
all we're gonna do is move the front door of the church directly at
Mangonel.
Strahd, like the mangonel.
Yeah, well, like a magnet. Well, yeah, rotate the church, put some sort of mechanism under it. Anyway, I was going to cast Gentle Repose on him. If you don't do it, just anyway, because I think there could be a risk that he comes back as a vampire. But as soon as he's been bitten and killed by a vampire, but it might not happen. But it's just being safe. But if you want to bring him back within the next 24 hours, go for it.
Who can bring him back then? I thought it was you that could do that.
No, I bring him back as a zombie.
Bill can.
Bill can do
The
it.
Abbot can.
It was the real necromancer. I forgot,
American
sorry.
can.
I can only do
Everyone
it
except
up.
the necromancer. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I can. I got a first level spell. I can bring anyone back
No.
instantly.
The word
You can
necro is the hint.
Right.
I can only do it all effed up, though. I can't do a good one, like a good normal one like Bill can.
You can bring him back possibly as a gnome.
That was going to be my second thing. If we wanted to do it, do we want a gnome Ismark, or because I can't do that.
See, if I do it, it's like a Wheel of Fortune style situation, you see?
You weren't even here. What are you going on about gnomes now? What? What? Why would we prefer the normal one in the hopes of a fucking 1 in 8 chance of a gnome? What's wrong with this?
1 in 14, I think.
Oh, it's worse. It gets worse.
What
Do the
would you
normal
would you
one,
be
of
up for
course.
Aarakocra Ismark?
Oh,
Is it?
He's gone. Your plan worked.
Okay. All in favour of resurrecting Ismark.
I don't know.
Just as
Do
a
we think
normal-
his soul will be okay?
This is the first question: is like, should we resurrect them? Majority needed to pass.
I'm saying no.
The first question is, do we think he'll come back all effed up because of the curse, even if we do it within the first 24 hours?
I think yes. Possibly.
I've got to give it
I
a
think
shot.
It's a
I've
risk.
got to give it a shot.
I think after
We didn't
what
ask the abbot.
I think you did. You like he basically offered to bring it back, and he mentioned that he has no reason to believe it wouldn't be the same results for you. That
That's
there's
what I thought.
the cloud over Barovia, the curse that is holding everyone here, is messing with this that ability. He says he doesn't know if it'd be the same for you, but he has no
Yeah.
reason to believe otherwise.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we bring him back, he'll probably be all effed up.
Sorry,
Yeah.
so
We
the
gotta
abbot
try.
specifically said this about Ismark.
When he just said about bringing people back to life.
Yeah, when we asked
He
him
said
about
he'd
his
done
mate.
it 6 times?
6 times, and each time
And
there's
none of
something.
them have been good.
Something has gone wrong.
All right, I'm gonna get on the
7th
horn.
time is a charm.
I'm gonna get on the horn to him. He gave me a thing, right? Like
He gave you like a sending stone. Yeah.
Give him a
Oh,
blower.
if it was a little
Get
horn,
on the blower. I'm gonna get him
Yeah.
on the blower.
Ask him what the freshest revive he's ever done.
I'm gonna
What's the
tile.
freshest one.
I'm gonna tile 0900 hot bever.
You have a direct line. You have a direct line to the abbot.
Hey Abbott, how's it going?
Oh, he's got a secretary.
It's Cloven. It's the secretary is just Cloven.
Cloven, baby Cloven.
Cloven, can you put the Abbott on?
Yeah. He hands the standing stone over to the abbot. Bill, what's happening?
I have a question. So you've performed a number of you've brought people back in Barovia a number of times, correct?
Correct.
And each time you said something was a little bit off.
That's right. Every single time so far, something has been not quite right with the person that has returned, as you've seen with Dimitri's son.
Okay. And could you tell me, did you bring anyone back within a matter of hours? Or was this sort of generally like a few days each time?
It's varied. It's been I think one of
What was
them,
the shortest time?
probably 2 to 3 hours after death.
Oh fuck!
And they were a bit fucked up.
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay. Were they less fucked up than the people who were days?
It's almost like a dice roll, Bill.
It's almost like it's been run off a table of some kind.
Okay. Damn. All right. Thank you. Appreciate your time. You're charging by the minute, so
I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning, Bill.
yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you in the morning, Lord.
Bye-bye.
It's all about the morning.
This is
Okay,
terrible news.
Yeah, it doesn't sound particularly good. Chances are pretty high that he would be a bit fucked up.
What are you talking here? Are we talking that like he's just got like he's like you bring him back and he's the same bloke he always was?
He's a bit like a teenager.
Or are we
maybe.
talking?
Like, acts like a teenager.
Well, I mean, that was Dimitri.
Well, that's not good. We can't,
He hates you.
Can't be doing that.
I'd say
He hates me
I'll say that
specifically.
maybe some of the information that the abbot's given you is that one of the people that he brought back was brought back as a raging alcoholic, needed booze at all points of the day, just needed it, craved it, was not sane without it.
This is
I know
terrible.
the feeling.
Another one, he can't remember all of them, but the one that he probably won't forget anytime soon was someone a good 40 to 50 years ago he brought back that just grew a hunger for killing people. and had to be, and he felt so guilty about it and had to help capture and end the life of this person. They just
So you're
were
saying that was
insatiable hunger to kill. I'm sorry, I missed that, Bill.
I thought you were going to say, and that man was Cloven.
right.
This is terrible news. This is
Yeah,
terrible.
It seems like
Our hope.
a wide range
All
of...
hope is lost.
I think we're going to have to come to terms with the fact that Ismark was killed by Strahd. Sorry. And there's no easy way out of it. I'm going to cast this spell on him, and potentially after we get rid of Strahd, if we can attempt it then. It might work. But I, for one, don't think it's safe to bring him back under these circumstances. He might be a murderer, or he might just be rude. And no one wants
Or he
either
just
of
likes
us.
to drink, like you.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine. I've got a never-ending jug.
Yeah. Give him
He'd
that.
be dead within a week.
Fast friends.
High-functioning alcoholic.
Just give him the jug.
American's just
did.
resisting the urge to just slap the shit out of Baron Byron for just talking so factually and like, oh well, I guess we just have to move on now. She's just like livid at him, and she just desperately wants to try and deck him. She's just
What, you can
trembling
roll
in
for strength
anger.
like I did.
She rolled a really quite low for how well she was handling Ismark's death, and she is just like cracking her knuckles and just like just staring daggers at you, just wishing you to shut up with your sensible, calm words.
Now, American, we don't want to have to bring back 2 people. That'd be me, obviously.
Oh, didn't sound like that.
Pushing me, Brian.
I was assuming you're going to kill me. But
I might.
well, don't look at me like that. Look, what do you want to do?
Nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do, Brian. Nothing at all. She's just going to like turn and just run away from the whole scene. It's just too much.
I'm going out to the. I'm going to climb out the window and I'm going to walk around the graves with a cigarette. I'll see you later.
No. Alright, I'm going to go into the room and see what Ireena's up to.
You walk into Ireena like packing a bunch of stuff into her backpack, and she's looking very focused, although messy. Like it's very clumsy as she's trying to struggle against her emotions, putting things into the backpack and preparing weapons and stuff that like Ismark's sword that he'd left there with one of the swords that he'd left there with her. And she seems to be preparing to leave.
Ireena, let me into your thoughts. What are you thinking right now?
She's still sort of moving stuff around, and she's talking quite fast. She's saying, well, you know, without Ismark here, and the people of Barovia need a leader at this point, and Strahd is just going to keep tormenting the people here. And she just starts just rambling about all of these things, ping-ponging around in her mind.
All right. I'm just gonna try and give her a gentle hug.
Yeah.
Just to kind of stop her moving for a second. Not like a creepy, like restraining kind of hug.
I got it. Yeah. She screamed. No, she's fine. She tries to not fight against it, but she's still trying to move stuff around while that happens, and then she realizes that comfort and that warmth, and she stops, and she drops the bag from her hands, and you can hear her breath breaking up a little bit, and she turns and she looks up at you, and her eyes are filled with tears, and she just says, I don't know what to do, Morley. I'm completely lost.
Well, Ireena, we don't know what to do either, but I can promise you this. Whatever it is you choose to do, and it will be your choice, you won't be alone. I'll be by your side.
Cool. I think we'll take our break. There. That was nice. Nice way to wrap up the session, the half session.
Oh my god.
How are we all feeling?
Fun. Good.
Fun.
Good.
Positive. Positive vibes only.
Joe, you got called out in the chat. By the way, there's a clip up on the Discord now. I think already, because you said you counted something about. I think you said the abbot had done it 6 times, and you held up 7 fingers, and they called you out.
No, but then I corrected it, and then I went like this. That's
Good
a
work,
mild
chat.
one. I was like, oh God, what have I said?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I just held up the wrong number. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
Chad is always watching. Also, we got raided by the Fated Fables. Thank you so much for the raid. They've brought in a party of 30 viewers. I don't know how many of you are still here, but thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a very we're getting very close to the end of this campaign, and we've just had a major loss to the party. If you're aware of Curse of Strahd at all, one of the first NPCs you meet is Ismark. Ismark has been with this group for 80 plus sessions and has just been murdered by Strahd.
Slade.
That's what you've.
I
That's
don't
what
mean the
you've
band
just,
Slade.
Yeah, that's what you've just sort of come across.
I'm not saying that
English
he's
word.
extremely fashionable. He's not slaying. He's been slain.
Slade, girl.
And Waffles is just putting out a reminder that he loves us all and that we're all beautiful people. So thank you, Waffles. It's always nice to hear that. You're awesome. Larp Kiwi said he believes the first NPC you guys met was Scallywag. So that's actually, so it could have been worse.
The first NPC we met was
kids?
technically the Ghost Kids.
Oh yeah. Actually, I can't remember. I think Scallywag was just given to some of the kids that were running around in this church at one point, right?
Yeah.
Probably just dead in the.
We definitely didn't
gutter
abandon
somewhere.
them, if that's what you're thinking. That's not what we did.
Listen, there are more important things afoot, okay?
That's like, imagine if that was what was in the sack that Strahd delivered, just Scallywag dead.
Oh,
That would
I'd
be
have been like,
bad.
good news, guys, we got a Whiteley. Hooray!
that's to be like the
imagine
new
if-
John Wick.
Yeah.
If we came into the church after like bearing Ismark's corpse and we're like, well, where's Scallywags? Scallywag! Oh yeah! Like, I'm gonna pet Scallywag.
Where is he?
Scallywag
Oh,
doing?
good boy, Scallywag.
But there's like bite marks in his neck. And then he turns around and he's got little fangs.
Oh,
Or
He's been
extra
killed by
fangs. He's
Strahd's
really got
dog.
fangs. Double fangs.
oh boy, that was rough.
Rough? Yeah, it was always going to be rough. This was always going
I
to
hope
be
it was clear when I said we don't want to bring back two bodies that I was implying that I was about to be murdered.
I
That's what
thought you
was
were
trying to
implying
say.
you were going to somehow defend yourself and kill Mirakin. I thought.
No. I was... American looked like she wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
So, I was like,
We've got a great question of the week from Larp Kiwi as well, by the way, which I think we may know the answer for some of you, which is if you, the player, not your character, could be reincarnated as one of the D&D races besides human, what would it be and why? A great question. That is a great question.
That
Oh,
is a
Adam's
great
not here, though,
question.
so-
Does it count the ones that are like in the expansions?
Yeah, like go
Or
for
is it just
any canon,
basic?
any canon official
total.
race.
Well, can I put the? Who wants to go first? Yeah, I've just put the ones that reincarnate does in the chat. I tried to.
oh, all right. Hang on, I might roll.
Cool.
Oh, those are the basic ones.
Right. Those are just
but there's
straight
more
out
than
of
that,
the,
of course.
straight out of the player's hand.
That's out
is
of the
it?
reincarnate.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Roll a 38, so I would be a wood elf.
We've got someone in the chat. Girl Green Ninja has said, DM, I have a deer. So that's always terrifying. We'll see how that goes. So Baron, what did you roll? 38.
Yeah, wood elf. But if I had to choose, I would be a gnome.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was. Yeah, and why?
Because they're very good at magic as well.
Ah, right.
What did I miss?
Shannon said he'd come back as a gnome. Hey, look, that was expected, I think.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. I was half expecting all of you to say gnome.
No.
No.
If it's going to be like from the expansion, I think Genasi are really cool because they're like people that are blessed with elemental spirits.
Which element would you choose as a Genasi?
Ooh, so you get, what is it? Fire,
there's different-
water,
yeah, there's-
or earth, or...
Yeah, so there's like fire Genasi, earth Genasi, water Genasi,
Wind,
heart,
water,
Captain Planet
Yeah.
Genasi.
earth, heart.
Can't be Captain Planet Genasi. That's cheating.
Ah,
that's all their
That's
powers
all of
combined.
that's when one of each of them get together.
There were 5 of us in the party, and then we all formed together.
That's when an orgy of.
I wonder if that would
Is
be a
that what
fun...
Captain Planet is?
It's just
An orgy.
that's why they need Marty's heart, so they can just come together in that way. Lyndon Hood in the chat said he's playing a changeling in the irregular campaign, and that would be hard to go past. That's fair, actually. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's a changeling?
What's a changeling? It's I'll give you one guess. It's in the name.
No.
It's
Okay, where did we put the changeling on the?
It's a
That doesn't tell me
shapeshifter.
anything.
It's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, they can change.
Because in folklore, a changeling is a person who fairies have stolen a baby away and replaced it with a supernatural being. Did you know that?
I didn't actually.
Yeah, and it's probably like, because their personality changes overnight. It might be like some things happen to the baby.
So a
Like to be
changeling,
reanimated.
as an action can transform their appearance or revert to their natural form. You can decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, the sound of your voice, coloration, hair length, sex, and any other distinguishing characteristics. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. Different sizes, different shapes.
That's pretty cool.
Holy shit, there are so many different races.
But you can't become
planet.
quadrupedal, so you can't become a centaur.
Well, they have
They're not really quadrupeds, are they?
They're
Oh, are they?
6.
Yeah.
You could be a minotaur, I suppose that's halfway.
I suppose they are.
Yeah.
They are quadrupeds because they're 4 legs.
Four-legged, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They also have 2 arms. I think I probably would be a changeling. Like looking at the list. I was like,
cheating.
well,
Sounds
I can't
cool.
imagine. I can't imagine Bill being anything else. But he literally did pretend to be somebody else for a while, which is,
we're
feels
not-
very changeling.
We're not talking about Bill. We're talking about John. What would
Oh,
John
if
want
we
to be?
were,
Yeah.
if we were resurrected. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not your
Yeah.
characters. Not your characters, the
Oh.
players.
centaur. No. You're gonna fit into my house. Couldn't be like a lot of these.
Adam, the question of the week is, if you, Adam, could be reincarnated as one of the D&D races, other than human, which would it be and why? Gnome?
I know, because everyone fucking loves them, apparently.
Don't.
So,
Don't say
Absolutely.
human though.
You're not allowed to say human. You can't. It's off the list.
A satyr.
Just a horny Satan.
Shit, it's back, guys.
balancing that vase on my knob 24/7. I'd probably go for. I've always wanted to be. I've phrased that better. I don't like wander around being like I really want to do this, but like the what's the bird creatures? Aarakocra or something.
Yeah, Aarakocra. Yeah.
Aarakocra.
Or
Yeah,
Kenku.
that's the. Because then I could fly.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You can
that's
fly as
great.
a gnome.
good call.
And I'd have good vision. I could spot worms, juicy worms.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Do you think if you came back as an
Oh, no.
Aarakocra, you would
I'm not
get
inviting
hungry
Adam over.
for worms?
Yes.
You know, stay out of our garden, Adam. God damn it.
You got a lot of worms there, have you?
Oh, we've got birds pissing us off, digging up our vegetables.
Yeah. I'd be around all the time. Getting into your broccoli, picking at your blueberries. Not a euphemism.
Get him out.
I've got the
So,
ultimate.
Reagan, what would you be?
That's a good question. I hadn't even thought of it for myself, to be honest. I'd probably be relatively.
Neither had we until the question came up. So don't pretend like you're some massive disadvantage.
That's fair. I've actually had longer to think about it, considering you guys have been the ones talking about it.
Yeah.
I think I would. There's something appealing about being a dragonborn because you got a breath, so like you don't need a barbecue. You can just barbecue stuff yourself. Be fine. Breathe fire on it.
That's one of the big things holding you back in life at the moment.
That is
constant barbecue access.
I don't want to be in the pocket of big barbecue anymore. Buying hundreds of dollars.
You could do
when I could just breathe on food.
So long, Weber. Oh yeah.
You could do the Gordon Ramsay style grilled cheese.
Yeah,
Really good.
or maybe SMR, just because that looked pretty sick.
Probably everything you put in your mouth becomes burnt anyway. As it goes in there, it's just so hot.
You probably taste carbon differently, though, right? You probably can taste. It probably doesn't taste like
Really?
shit.
I found the ultimate race. That sounds like bad.
Have you, Adolf?
Better start pairing them up. Better start pairing them up.
The Orco Gnome.
The Orco Gnome.
No.
Orco Gnome. It's like a robot gnome. And it's just out in Spelljammer, Adventures in Space.
Ah.
The perfect adventures for American. You've got space, robots, your favourites.
By the way, you can actually play as a satyr in thanks to the Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about their erections in here, though.
That's
It's surprising, isn't it?
One of their traits is ram, though. So
Weird.
yeah. And they're mirthful.
Okay.
One of their traits is ram.
they can ram things with their horns.
Racial traits. Ram.
Yeah, horn.
Originating in the Feywild. A realm of pure emotion, satyrs thrive on the energy of merriment and horniness.
They sound fun.
Hmm.
Okay, it's now
Excellent.
canon that
Yeah.
American knows a bunch of satyrs back home. She misses them greatly.
You know what's a cool
That's why
race?
she's grumpy all the time. She's like, God damn, where are all the satyrs? God, they were so much fun.
Spinning vases on there.
Yeah. The Tritons.
Like, no one here does vase tricks.
Is this part of American's backstory that I wasn't aware of? Is that she is an absolute. What's the word I'm looking for?
Hey, it's the Feywild. What happens in the Feywild stays.
Yeah, is it just like a
They're not as
lifestyle?
They're not as hung up on sexuality in the Feywild.
Yeah, they wouldn't take 80 episodes to get a kiss.
Say it.
That's true. That is true. I've picked my race,
No,
by the way.
I think that's fair. Oh,
A Triton. They're awesome because they're all like in the ocean and strong and cool.
this is one of the ones I was saying was one of the best races, and I don't even know if you backed me up on this. When we did
No,
the
you
tier
guys
list,
were going
I was
on
like,
about
Tritons.
Tritons.
No, I
What
think
about
the
sea
Tritons
elves?
did well. Sea elves?
What?
Seahorse.
Yeah, sea elves are next to. I put a link there next to Satyr. There's sea elf.
Seahorse is a
It's
pretty
got all
horny,
the
aren't they?
races you can be.
Ah.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at the moment, actually. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. There's a
Yes,
listing
I
for 2
agree.
different satyrs, which is interesting.
Tritons
back
are
last
very
Monday.
good.
Tritons.
No, I don't like the sea elves. The sea elves look like lamer Tritons, to be honest.
No, I don't like his vibe.
yeah.
Is Cowrie Shell Nicholas.
Yeah. Oh, the Owlin are cool. Someone, Waffles, mentioned how the Owlin, which are part of Strixhaven, which I haven't heard of before. But they look pretty badass.
Alan. Turtle would be pretty cool.
There's some cool races. Definitely not the Centaur.
Warforged.
I don't know. I
Basically-
don't like the look of that owlin.
Really?
It's just you. It just looks like a guy with the head of an owl.
He's just a
Classic
little
lazy
guy.
character design.
And with the new D&D 1, there's that whole race that you just get to pick which animal head you have. So that would replace all these fucking ones that have like elephant head or what, a cat head and conglomerate. They don't have to make... It doesn't take up half of your book for all this.
Who put a link in the chat to Sea Monkeys?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'd
That'd
come
be
back
good.
as. That'd be my reincarnation dream.
As the cartoon pictures they put on the box, or as the actual just little garbage little things that end up floating around in that?
Yeah.
Shrimp.
Like the things that they put on the box. I guess.
yeah.
Does anyone remember the snorks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd come back as a snork.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a D&D race. It might be. It could be homebrewed somewhere.
Yeah. It's a sea elf, really.
The Snork stat block,
But
5th
with
edition.
I think we're
Awful.
getting a little bit too in the weeds here. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Treasure in the weeds.
Also, I think there's a lot of audio delay going on because everything seems a bit unsynced when I'm hearing people.
Oh.
Yeah, I've noticed that tonight.
I don't know.
What? Look, there's a harangun, and it's a rabbit.
Okay.
It's a person with a rabbit.
All right. Yeah.
Another one that would just be taking up a big chunk of the book.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But do the ones with
Fubo.
animal heads just have animal heads? They've just got a human body? Is that the case?
For the new ones,
Yeah.
they can fly
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
A little bit, like just a few inches off the ground.
Limited flight, I think. I can probably for like a minute or I don't know exactly. I forgot. There's Sata Legacy. That first Sata
Well,
Legacy.
we should have a whole separate. We should.
Joe, you just stopped.
Yeah. And you went super slow.
I'm sorry.
motion.
I'm getting overlap from other people. I'm getting overlap. I feel like nothing's syncing up for me. Yeah. I'll try restarting, but
Check your Wi-Fi. Everyone's on Wi-Fi at the moment, eh? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sadly.
there's definitely some kind of lag for those on Wi-Fi.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
I'm not.
You're wired for sound.
I am totally wired. Joe, yeah, check your Wi-Fi as well. Make sure you're on the right network.
I am.
Okay. Oh well. Where's John? We've got to get back into it. I think we've gone over our 15. Are we still? Do we still have a timekeeper or?
I've just forgotten about it.
Okay.
I can read. I just have to be reminded.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Cool. I think we're all back. Let's get back into it. I'll put it on you all at the moment. What is the what are people wanting to do now that you've made your way back to the church? You're all kind of I don't know. I feel like we wrapped up that little moment. Everyone's off in their own kind of thoughts, unsure of to what really the next steps are.
Kill Strahd.
That does seem to be high on the list of things to do. What's going to be a good place to kick this back off? Let's say it's an hour's passed. Baron, you've gone out for your smoke. You've sort of wandered around in the graveyard in your own thoughts. American, you've run off to one of the rooms, and just to try and have a little bit of alone time with your thoughts as well. Morley, you've spent an hour with Ireena. Basically, she doesn't know what it is she wants. She just knows that she's had enough. She wants to use some of this anger, and she wants to see Strahd suffer now. She's feeling very badly for the people of Barovia being without a leader, and she worries for them. Bill, you've spent some time with Father Lucian and discussing sort of the plans and letting him know about the abbot who will be here in the morning to help him create this addition to the army.
We should go back to Barovia. We owe it to Ireena to escort Ireena back to Barovia to fulfill Ismark's legacy and raise a Barovian army of willing and able-bodied fighters that she can lead.
Yeah,
we'll say that you've all come back together in the church to discuss the sort of next plans. Ireena is away from you at this point. It is just everyone's giving you space. Milovic is outside tending to the graveyard, and the Father Lucian is in his room keeping you some space, and Casimir's gone off to chat with Petrina, leaving the four of you in the sort of main area of the church to discuss future plans.
Sorry. Glad that.
As a crit one, you've crit fail, whatever it was you were trying to do. Morley has just sort of laid out the idea of maybe heading with Ireena back to the village.
Not connecting to that role.
Yeah. Womp womp. What are people's thoughts on that? American?
I don't know.
It seems a fitting tribute, if nothing else, for us to spend some time going and taking his body back, if she wishes us to do that.
No, we leave the body here.
You don't want to put it back at his hometown?
Well, I'll just keep it on ice until we kill Strahd, I think.
Okay. I can't resurrect here, right? With the bones.
Well, that's only going to stop that's only going to stop the undead. He wouldn't be able to raise Ismark as a skeleton or zombie, but he could bring him back to life, no problem.
Or vampire.
Yeah.
Or vampire.
He could bring him back to life, no problem.
It could, as in he'd be alive. He'd be alive.
Yeah, we'll just leave him here. But I do like the idea of, he had a mission that he wanted to accomplish, and it was left unfulfilled. That was to go and get the people from his town to help.
I mean, he had a mission that we wanted him to accomplish.
That he was into. He knew the risks.
He was definitely
a shot of Ireena.
Yeah. So
Aren't we playing? We're playing directly into Strahd's hands by taking Ireena out of the only place that can protect her in this land.
No, there's one other place she's safe, American, and that is with us. We all die. Which is a valid
really cheered me up.
And then we wouldn't be aware of our failings. Yeah, it'd be fine.
Just want to be, real. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. And if anyone can talk to the people of Barovia, it's Ireena. It's probably not us. We're not going to be doing much mustering of the people.
And she could give a Bill Paxton and Independence Day style speech to the town. Is Paxton in that?
When did that movie come out?
Oh my god!
There's been no inspiring
It is. I'm
monologue.
pretty sure it's well paced.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't pull me up on that. Of all the things that we've discussed, last weekend we were sitting here laughing about Weekend at Bernie's together. And now
Yeah, but since then we've been talking about things that are very current, like
it's not that way with me at all.
Right. Enough of cultural references. Let's bring Ireena in here. Let her speak for herself if we think that might be an option.
Will not go quietly into the night.
Is that Ireena practicing in her room?
She's rehearsing. Yeah.
Aw. Good.
But-
That's hopeful.
Morley, is Ireena okay?
No. She's not.
Of course, she's not okay, Brian.
Maybe I've worded that poorly. What's her state of mind?
I think she's confused, Brian. She's horrifically upset. She's angry. She's lost, though. She said to me that she feels lost. She doesn't know what to do, but
She doesn't
one
know
thing's for
what
sure.
to do. She
we
doesn't.
all want to kill Strahd, and she wants to kill Strahd too. She needs to be a part of that. But
Good. We can.
yeah, we need to take him out together, and we need one more army who'll do it. I'm absolutely sure. 4 armies, no good. 5.
So she's motivated for revenge. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, hugely, Brian. Wouldn't
What was
you?
all that banging in that room?
Suitcases being flung around in anger and confusion. You know, when you're trying to pack. You know, have you ever woken up late for the airport? I mean, the
course.
horse port.
Horseport.
Seaport.
Seaport, surely.
Oh my god.
No, at the horseport. Are you saying that Ireena was packing her?
The carriage depot.
Where does she intend to go if she's packing so quickly?
She didn't know, Brian. She's angry, man. She's lost and confused, but I think we should try and sway her to fulfilling Ismark's legacy.
If
Okay.
she's up to it, bring her here. If she is angry and confused, we all are. We need to band together.
I will. I go get Ireena,
All right.
and perhaps we can float this idea past her.
Yeah. Ireena joins you in the middle of the church. And she seems very tired. She seems worn out. What's the plan? What's the plan, everyone?
Well, we get a good rest here tonight. We're all exhausted from grief, rage, confusion. But at first light, Ireena, we were wondering if it would be appropriate for us to escort you back to Barovia to carry on where Ismark left off, so he didn't die in vain, and to see the people of Barovia and show them that there is hope amongst the darkness. We will not go quietly into this dark night.
Ireena's into it immediately.
And she nods and she looks across the group. Is that what all of you want? Does this, and she sighs tiredly, does this mess with any of your plans?
No, we're not busy, but
No, I know that American had obviously the idea of these dusk elves in mind. So this is me as a DM being like, is there anything you want to do before you go off and do that? Because obviously there's going to be a lot of... that's like a day's travel back to the village of Barovia. You know? That's like 12-hour journey. And then do whatever you want to do there, then a 12-hour journey back. Is there anything you want to do around this area before you go off and do all of that?
Jeez, what do we think, everyone? This seems like the more urgent thread.
I'd forgotten about the Dusk Elves, truth be told. Just temporarily.
I wasn't going to admit it, but I know that it was on our list.
Yeah.
We can do either one first.
I'll tell you what we're not doing, splitting the party.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with Ismark, to be honest, right?
Don't rub it in.
It's a pretty
That was a
uneven
low
split,
blow.
though.
Let's stay together. Although if we take Ireena out, if we take Ireena out of here, we're gonna get attacked, right?
Hey, you know what?
Should we just let her go alone? I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as she gets attacked and we're not around.
Her and Greg.
It seems like the nicest, like the neatest story bow for us to take her, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think there's much holding her back. She's independent. She's a lot stronger than we initially thought. And if we do get attacked by Strahd, I would much rather be attacked by Strahd out here than in his fucking castle where he's home alone in it. That movie came out.
Oh, when did that movie come out?
Shit, you've been looking at my notes. He's set up like the hot door handle and stuff, everything.
But he must have the hometown advantage out there. If he comes out and attacks us front on out here, full frontal, bring it on.
Yeah, but I don't want to have the final showdown with him after building all these armies and then just being like, oh, we take him on one-on-one. That would be so annoying.
Okay.
Like, imagine building all the armies up and being like, oh, then you just, like, wrestle them.
They're all ready to
there's not a lot
go.
of...
They're all ready to go as you come back into town. Oh, don't worry, guys. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Noticed. Just is gone. Now, he's still got wolves and all that crap that they can deal with. His actual castle. So I mean, if he doesn't attack us, then that's fine.
Yeah, it's not just a guarantee that he will attack us on the road to Barovia, right? Like, he might come and try and swoop on Ireena and take her back, but we could beat him off. Beat him back. We could beat him back.
That'll keep him busy for a while, and then
We should.
he'll be able to escape.
We need to, you know what we need? We need to recruit an army of satyrs, because that will keep them well busy.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking.
Well, I was going to bite you all, but now I'm a bit tired.
Give me 10 minutes.
He gets post-nut clarity and just reevaluates his life choices. No. Get the phone to the abbot. Get him to bring Vasilka down. We'll take Vasilka with us, and that way, when he swoops on us, we can go, do you want Ireena or do you want Vasilka?
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the abbot's going to be here. Oh, he'll be here, and he'll start training with Father Lucian anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we're here. I mean, I'll go with the majority. I think pretty likely we get attacked.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be fun?
No.
We've kept Ireena like in this safe place for basically the whole campaign, and now we're like, cool, we're going to take you out of this very safe place.
You know what? I think it's your
Wrap up
time
cotton
to
wool.
shine.
Like we have the entire rest of the campaign.
The other 84 sessions.
Yeah, the time for cotton wool is past, though. We've done our cotton wooling.
She's
we're
going
cutting the
to
cotton wool now.
She's going to come with us to
Come on.
attack the castle, so we need a bit of a warm-up.
Yeah.
If we get
Training.
attacked by a
We'll do a
wolf,
training montage.
Training day with Denzel Washington.
All right.
what's the speech from that?
Okay, how about this? How about we take her with us, but we use it as an opportunity to try and, like, do a train her and, like, give her a chance to, I don't know, grow as a character and become stronger in the lead up to the final fight. And if we encounter Strahd, we encounter Strahd.
Sounds good.
Just give her a chance to, like, put her anger to use. I don't know what... Adam's losing it. He's just imagining her as Denzel Washington or something.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't even know what that movie is.
Alright. We're
Give him a
agreed?
moment.
Have we
Alright.
agreed?
So the
Can
plan...
we get a retake on the conversation with Ireena? I think you said it's not going to mess up your...
Yeah. So Irina's like, she looks over all of you and says, "It's not going to mess up your plans, is it?"
No.
Ireena, helping you can't mess up our plans. Helping you is our plan. Fade to black. And we go.
So you guys want to
Can we-
leave like now, like get out onto the road straight away?
Long rest.
Okay.
Oh, we do need a long rest because I got to put the bed on ice.
Bill's like, and we're heading now, and everyone's like, well.
Bill charges out the door.
Yeah. No, we're having dinner first. Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
Captain was waking up. Breakfast.
Yeah. We can absolutely skip forward to the next day, as it was pretty late by the time this conversation was taking place. Is there anything that wanted to be wrapped up for that day?
I read my book.
Yep, you absolutely can spend some more time with your book. I reckon, you can probably tick off another 3 hours on that. Anyone else? Baron, you want to make
I'll
sure
make
that
a
you...
bunch.
Zombie duties.
Yeah. American?
I'll make a bunch of good berries.
Okay.
Cool.
Start handing them out for the next day.
Cool. Bill?
Can you upcast that? Can you cast a level 1 spell at higher levels?
Not all.
You can if you've run out of level 1 spells, but not all spells have like benefits to doing that at higher levels.
Yeah. So you can do it at a level 1 power with a second level slot if you don't have any level 1s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I'll do that. I'm going to do that a bunch because I've got a few spell slots left. So I'm going to make 10 good berries 4 times and start handing them out to everyone.
Nice.
For the next day is going to be hard and risky on the road, and I'm going to make sure to carefully press a 10 into the hand of Ireena.
Okay, perfect. Bill, anything you wanted to do before calling it a night?
Nothing in particular.
Okay, cool. It's a very quiet, somber night. There's Ismark in his box on the altar as a reminder of like the driving force for the next day. And you will call it a night. You wake the next morning. The rain's still absolutely pouring down outside. It has not relented since that beacon was lit. And all of the roads and pathways are now just turning to mud outside. You heard throughout the night guards calling out and attacking a wave of wolves at one point that tried to come through, but the guards managed to stop it.
Was Greg killed? Just by any...
Give me a D20.
What have you done?
No, give me a D100. There is a 1 to 5. He's out. He's dead.
Not give him a 5%.
It's up to you. He rolls.
Don't worry, we
It's a
can revive
58.
him with a bad personality. It's sort of a lateral move, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a
58.
50. He's fine. He's totally fine. In fact, he did a lot of the work, to be honest. He did the majority of it.
58.
That was
Yes, you.
what I didn't tell you was the 95% chance he became a hero of the night because of the amount of work that he did. But no, so you've woken up and started preparing all of your stuff. You've detailed to Lucian what your plans for the day is. American, have you rolled your die for the morning?
I've rolled a d4. It is a 2, which has put me into the season of autumn. So I'm a little bit less shaking everyone by the shoulders today. I've calmed down a little bit. Feeling a little bit more, I don't know, centered. Never chill, never quite chill. But trying to be more caring of others and how they are feeling today.
And is there anything you want to do within the church with Father Lucian or Petrina Casimir before heading out? No? Anything?
I'm going to cast that spell.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, and was there anything... Did we need to repair an object?
There was
we were going to fix the wedding dress, but the abbot was like, nah. I was being crazy.
It was just the wedding dress. Okay.
I think.
But we fixed that sword for...
And we didn't need to fix the mirror?
Oh, yeah. Where's Esmeralda?
She's been like at the tavern off and on, and for the majority of her time in here, waiting for you lot. That's where she's been staying as well.
We'll let her know what our plan is, right?
Yep, we don't have to have that conversation. We don't have to play that conversation out. We can absolutely say that you sort of on your way out, you can pop in and sort of let her know the plans.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing else,
we're going to use Esmeralda as a distraction at the Vistani camp to kind of get them. Maybe we could start to plant the seed of, hey, we're planning something up there, and maybe she could just give that some thought.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Be cryptic.
Call it distraction. Is that right? Is that what you want to do?
What?
I think she mentions, like, did you want her to get the ball rolling and sort of like start doing that before you get back, or to start thinking over some plans on what might work?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say as you leave the church, you notice the abbot walking into town. Obviously,
he's walking.
He's not in his angelic form. He's trying to keep his cover. So he has walked into the last little bit of into town, right? So he's flown a certain way, landed, and then changed forms and walked into town. He doesn't have. He does that thing where he's just kind of like points to the church, like, is this the place? Yep. Okay. Cool.
I introduced him to Greg very quickly. We don't have to go into it.
Oh, bring up Greg. We can just kidding.
No.
I've got like half an hour to kill.
Greg, this is a friend of ours. The abbot. This is a friend of ours, Greg.
Yeah. And Greg's like, look, I'm too busy being celebrated as the hero of the night to sort of discuss this right now. And he's clearing out some of these wolves from the earlier encounter. The abbot is happy to head into the church and meet and greet with Lucian and start this process. The other thing that you do see, Lucian did mention that there was a plan to bring people in around the same time that the abbot was going to be showing up to start the process of creating this cleric army of yours, Bill. So as you leave, there's just like 3 or 4 youngish guys and women that are starting to walk towards the church, and they're very impressed. They didn't think they would see you. They thought you'd be well gone before they showed up. But it just so happens, and they praise the Morning Lord that they got to just see you 4, and Ireena in person. Despite the rain, there's just big smiles on their faces. They don't say anything. They're almost starstruck as they head into the church to begin day 1 of their training.
Study hard.
And there's just one of the younger girls just blushes and just runs into the church. And then obviously you pop in quickly into the Blue Water Inn just to let Esmeralda know the plans, getting her to think about some plans for when you get back in, and she is rearing to go. She's been aching. She mentions how you guys are lucky that she hasn't run off to defeat Strahd or take on Strahd, because she's just that rearing to go, and that this is a great thing to keep her occupied and alive while waiting for your return. This is going to keep her. She's very excited about this, and she's like, do I have her face here? I don't have her face ready to go. Oh, yes, we go. She says, I will have one of the best plans that. Oh, I'm so excited to be doing this. Oh, okay, and how long? Day? Are you gonna be back in a few days? I'll have something planned and ready to go. She's just so super excited. And you guys are off. You're out.
Oh. She's like, I'll have something ready in a few days. Cool.
Thank you, Esmeralda.
No, I'll say it does warm my heart to see you taking such a bold stance to help us. Let us go.
One thing I will say that Esmeralda tells you before you head off is she's like, before you leave, and she just catches you for a minute, American. She says, I've been keeping my eye on that Rictavio person, and something's not sitting right with me. By the time you get back, I reckon I'll have some answers.
Oh my. How intriguing.
I've been staking him out.
Oh my. How intriguing.
But she bids you farewell as you head out of the Blue Water Inn and out towards the eastern gates of Vallaki. The rain pouring down, weapons at your side. The journey back to the opening village of Barovia, a good 12 hours carriage ride. Unfortunately, we'll probably have to stop it here because I've got nothing planned for this. This is the first time you guys have gone so far off anything I had planned that I've got nothing. I've got nothing here. So we might have to cut this one early.
Are you saying we can't ad-lib?
No.
Well, let's be
honest, I need to do some actual preparation for this. No, we've got to do some proper prep for that. I'm not going to... Yeah, no. I want to make sure that this is a good journey, not just farting something out on the top of my head. Huh?
What?
Well, sorry, I said Ismark would have wanted with farting something else.
Right. This is the first. This is the first I've been completely unprepared for something you guys have wanted to do.
We found the edge of the universe, guys.
It's like the Truman Show. Oh, no, I've done it again.
But it does mean that next week's session will be actually prepped and awesome. So, yeah.
Wow.
When you said unfortunately, I thought you were going to say you hear a cackle of thunder and
yeah, me too.
A fiery horse descends from the sky.
Yeah. No, you just hit the invisible wall of tonight's session. That's pretty much this.
Man.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all good though.
We can see Periwinkle again.
Yeah.
Key to it all.
Yay.
Key to the whole campaign.
Hell
That's a
yeah,
good
the
point.
linchpin.
Because I need to think about the village of Barovia as a whole as well. I was like, oh, look, you've sent Ismark. That I can worry about that in a few weeks. Now I actually need to think about
Killed him.
I need to think about who's there. I got to think about the journey because it is a long journey. So there's plenty that could happen on the road.
Yeah.
Probably
I want to talk to Ireena. This has been too depressing. Like, I'm all like, oh, my character would be so sad right now. And I just want to talk to Ireena because it's so traumatizing. This whole thing is so awful. Oh, my God. I'm like role-played myself into being sad.
Yeah, it's this. For some reason, after the jokes and the lightheartedness of last week, I thought this would just be like, oh yeah, it's sad, and there's like a sad moment, then let's move on and head to the Dusk Elves. That's what I thought tonight was going to be. So this is, completely off from what I had planned, which is great. I like that, because now I've got to actually do some prepping for some new stuff, which is awesome. Means I can make some cool stuff for you guys.
It sounds so sarcastic.
No, sorry. It is legitimate.
Now I have to do a bunch more work, I
guess. No,
guess.
I enjoy it. That's the part I really enjoy. I really enjoy that part.
It sounds more sarcastic now.
Yeah. But I've got to do some heavy thinking about this now. Because you guys have gone away from the church with Ireena into back to the place where you were trying to remove her from.
We turn around, put the game back on. We turn around and go back home. Never mind.
Would you consider bringing up the Barovia village map in Roll20? Just so we can
let's do that.
I don't know,
because
it's a bit like I just feel like it is kind of lame to just be like, oh, she's kind of like standing on her own 2 feet and like wanting to be proactive, and then us just be like, no, she can't do anything.
Yeah, no, of course.
Like, it would be kind of like a lame thing to, I don't know, it's more exciting to like see if she can like, I don't know, rise to beat a challenge. It's like a better narrative move, but it will be bad if we just cause her to die because of this. I won't. That will be on us.
She won't die. Strahd wants her to be his wife.
And
that's as bad as death, though. Let's just call that.
Well, Patrina has come out of it okay.
Where is Patrina?
Oh, she was just keeping to herself at the church. She was in one of the bedrooms.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask. Yeah, if
I'll just say
she'll come back as a baby.
It's not good. It's bad. We've established dying is still bad here. It's very bad.
So,
and also, her being taken by Strahd is also very bad. Okay, but she
not as
won't
bad
be
as
hurt.
death.
She'll just be held prisoner and tortured by being married to a freak.
Dying.
It's almost as bad as dying.
But not. Almost, but not.
But not.
Some people
only almost. You got me there.
She'd plead for death.
Yeah, she would be praying for death every day, but she wouldn't actually be dead. So in a way, not that bad.
So only she would have it worse than death. It's not quite as bad for the rest of us.
Yeah, well, she definitely doesn't want to get married.
My dog's sleeping under my thing.
I wish we could see more dog.
What?
Here we go. This is good. Yeah. This is going to be good, everyone. This is going to be a Twitch blow up. Yes.
Hello. Oh my lord.
Hello, little dog.
What is that?
That's nice.
Little puggle.
It's Lola.
What kind of breed of dog is this?
Griffin Pekingese cross.
Oh
my goodness.
Whoa. An actual griffin? Is that what they look like?
Do you scratch its head?
Do I scratch its head?
Do you scratch her head? And does she like it?
Yeah. Any attention she gets is like amazing for her at the moment.
Well, chat's loving it.
I can't believe he picked me up. That was the best.
It looks like Admiral Akbar or something, like being surprised. But
there's a modern day reference.
1982.
So are you looking at the map?
Yeah.
I'd like to turn the card around. You've really freaked me out.
So the way I wrote down some times on my side, on the DM side of the map. So it takes you about 3 hours to get to the windmill that is, I guess, owned by you guys now, since you've got the deed for it.
Yeah.
Well, what's left of it? Didn't you burn? No, you didn't burn it down. You stopped it from
we
burning
started
down.
burning it down, and then we stopped.
explosive. What was it?
Flour.
There's an hour and a half after from there. It's about an hour and a half to the crossroads where you first met Strahd. And those are the crossroads that lead off to Ravenloft as well.
No, see, that's why I'm turning the card around.
Then there's a 4 hour.
I don't like this.
There's 4 hour travel downhill from there, so all of that is uphill. 4 hours downhill, which takes you past the turn off towards the Vistani camp down by the river, where Madame Ava was. And then about another hour from that crossroads to the village of Barovia. So about 9.5.
Okay, so we're not going anymore, is basically what I'm saying. You freaked me out.
Well, Ireena's ready to go.
Ireena's gonna die. No. No. Put it back in the bones.
It's a bad thing. We've established it's a bad thing if she does.
Yeah,
exactly.
Torture not quite
You're
as
catching
bad.
It.
Also,
Torture is bad.
Random Origins has just given us an update that the new version of the cards has been submitted to Twitch Q&A. So hopefully, fingers crossed, by the time next week rolls around, we'll have the cards back and you'll be able to unlock them and look at them using a really cool new overlay over the video itself. While you're watching us, you can bring up your cards and take a look. It's going to be fantastic. Super excited about that. Yeah, so we're just turning the card around, Joe, is that right?
Yeah, no.
What do you mean I can't cross my... Yeah. Someone said I can't cross my fingers. I can cross my fingers. What is this? I don't know. Is that not crossing your fingers? Am I doing it wrong? Am I just learning now that I'm doing it wrong?
This guy is going to win an award for his finger work.
That is right, yeah.
Well,
here's hoping.
It makes you feel better. I can't count on my fingers.
He's saying because of what happens at the end of the short film, I can't cross my fingers. That was just special effects. Don't worry. Squish, just special effects. My fingers are okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking at a map. It's gonna be fun.
I'm happy to turn around.
Is it? I'm worried now.
I mean, I think worry is like the right emotion to have.
Oh, okay, we're turning the card around.
So, like, you're heading out. You're
doing all this foreshadowing. You're like, okay, you leave the village of Barovia. Now you have taken this person out of the only safe place, and that's an interesting move by you all, isn't it?
That is what I
mean, I'm literally just mentioning what John said.
I know.
Definitely did say that.
I don't like it.
I like it. She's
no. This no.
I believe Joe, you said this is her chance to get strong.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm like, from a story point of view, if like I was writing a story, I would do that. But it doesn't mean it's going to turn out that way. You know what I mean? Like that's a risk. You know, it's not. Things don't turn out well here. Okay, things don't turn out well here.
Cranky Yank said he can't believe this entire session was just talking about one dead guy. But was it good? But was it good? I'm not saying that they're complaining. Did you enjoy it? That's the main thing, because they were also saying that they were really enjoying the role playing at the start. So.
Who in the chat thinks we should just hide in the church until we all die of old age peacefully?
We'll hide Ireena in the church until she dies of old age peacefully, so we don't have her death on our heads like Ismark's haunting me.
Well,
yeah.
Hey, I've just realised, and probably everyone knows this, but Old Svalich Road goes all the way from the east side of the map to the west.
It does.
It's one road.
It is.
I thought it was just up near Kresk, but it's
Where is New Svalich? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's like Transmission Gully.
still being planned.
TG.
We'll be able to get straight to Ravenloft in about 10 minutes.
Cranky Yank said it was really good. This is the person that was saying about about it being all about one guy. Said it was really good, but American, you should have just raised the old boy.
Raise the old boy.
Yeah, raise the old boy, see if he comes out as a gnome. Maybe he's an alcoholic, maybe he's a murderer, but he's back.
Murderous gnome.
That's a good point.
Imagine that.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
I'm stopping.
He did have a troll
everything.
face. He did have a troll face after saying that. So,
Can you roll a d100 and see what we would have got?
do you want me to
Because-
roll?
No, we already did that.
I know, but I'm
We
hoping for a
already
no.
did that. Just keep,
This is
Josh,
the
do me a favor
definitive
and just
roll.
keep rolling it.
I can look. What we
Just
can
keep
do.
rolling it until a gnome comes up.
What we can do is we can roll me
Oh, no.
2 D100s, one for what race he'd come back as, and then one, and I can tell you how fucked up he would have been.
Oh, why are we doing this?
Just like so, in an
Before we
alternate
do,
world.
are we definitely not going to
I don't
resume?
like all these.
Well,
not
we
sure.
will.
Well, this is using
once-
like resurrection, very specific.
Strahd's dead. Oh, so he's a high elf? Who would love that?
And give me another D100.
43.
43.
This is not the worst thing that you could have had.
He would have been fine. He just would have been a bore.
No. Achieving his goal is the only thing of interest, and he'll ignore everything else to pursue it. So it's not terrible.
What do you mean that's not that bad? That's freaking horrible.
His goal. Take a
So
shit.
basically, he's a psycho. Great.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
just
social-
saying it's not bad compared to some of the other things on this list. That's all. So he would have been
Like
a
I think we made.
high elf that was just literally bored by anything else other than achieving his goal.
It would just be unbearable, just unbearable. A monster. I'm glad that we made the choice, but it was quite an agonizing thing to
Whoa.
talk about because it was so unknown and no one knew what was going to happen.
Honestly, I really enjoyed it. Considering it really was just a session all about talking about what to do with Ismark, it was enjoyable because it felt like you guys cared and it felt like it was a concern and that's something that needed to be treated carefully and thought about. And that was really enjoyable for me. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Well, what was the prophecy about then? The foretelling about 24 and 22 and you or whatever it was.
So what was the quick...
It's,
American asked...
It was going to be. I think his soul was not going to be even available to be put back in his body after 24 hours, right? That was what the prophecy.
Well, the prophecies are cryptic.
Well, the
I can't
DMs
believe
didn't tell us,
what
but
was
that
what was the question? The question was,
will his soul be able to go back in his body?
I don't believe
if
that was
we-
the question. I think
It was something like that.
your question was something about Ismark's soul being within him. Well, I can't remember now.
Is it a
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And the response was 24 and no more. Actually, you might have to look. I made it up on the spot. There was 24 and no more, and then there was a little bit after it as well. I said something. There was 2 parts to that. There was 2 sentences. But so if you want to remember what it was, take notes or watch the bit.
No.
No,
I don't want to revisit this.
Lord,
This
Lord.
episode was too depressing. No.
There was more to it.
24 and no more.
Also, he'll be a gnome.
I think I said
Yeah.
I think I said 24 and no more before his soul
Is out the door.
will leave his body or something along those lines.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
it was
think you
something
are
like
anyone.
that. It
Oh,
was
look at that! It was
something
something
quite
like that. There was
though.
something very similar to that.
Yes,
Oh,
I
hey,
took
mate.
something. Yeah.
If it's a 24, he would have been a dark elf. Maybe that's what you're
And no
getting
more.
at.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, if you gotta take notes if you want to get the most out of the cryptic messages you receive.
No.
No?
I feel like
Okay.
I took the right message from it.
I mean,
I didn't write it down. I was trying to role play, bro.
yeah.
Like the character acted on what happened. I'm not going to be like, okay, can you repeat that 3 more times and just be really boring about it? Like, what am I
Yeah,
going
no,
to do?
24.
Go back and
I think you guys focused too much on the 24 and no more and not the sentence afterwards. Because they were both very relevant. I gave you a paraphrase. I can't give you word for word. I don't have it written down anywhere.
I'm going to watch the
turn around. We don't
check the tapes.
Go to Barovia. We do everything differently.
Cranky Yank is just saying that the episode was amazing, by the way.
Thanks,
Just
Cranky
saying
Yank.
it.
Oh, that's
Thank
nice.
you. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
There's
I liked it.
something-
I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I really liked that it was there was like serious consequences by like wanting to bring him back. It's not as easy as just bringing him back. There's a chance, that if you leave it too long, the soul's gone. It's there's the
that
chance
was the
that,
second part.
that if you bring him back
Leave it too
now,
long,
he can,
the soul is gone.
if you bring him back now, he could be all fucked up. There's just all these different things. And then I really like that Baron said, maybe we just have to be okay with the fact that he's dead. Like that was, I really liked that. I really liked that.
I almost got killed.
Yeah, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good.
Defeatist attitude.
Yeah, we should just bring him back all fucked up. Let's be honest, we almost did bring him back all fucked up as a fucking...
No way.
It was like a vote.
I would not have stood for that.
And it
Hell
was
no.
like-
What? It was.
What?
Quite a few people were on the side of bringing him back at one point.
Yeah.
Until we had a chat with old Abbott.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause-
glad you got on with the blower. We should have done that straight away.
Well, just
I
repeated
thought
stuff you
about
got told last week, right?
Yeah, but
I thought about asking Father Lucian as well. Yeah, I also didn't want to cover up too much ground. I watched it, but I don't know if I picked up everything that happened.
Just wait for him. Just let him die, and then Shannon, you can have a new skeleton or zombie.
Well, that sounds satisfying.
And not traumatic at all for Ireena.
Yeah. Oh, at least you get a zombie out of it. Sick. What a great outcome for everyone.
Imagine if that's how Ireena ends up. No making out with her now. Okay.
Well, surely you would encourage that. There, as Baron Byram, he'd be like, yes.
Treat them like equals.
People have always been like so iffy about it, but
You're right.
you should have sex
can't
with
get-
dead people.
I can't get one away with her when she's alive. I've got no chance when she's dead.
It's the old just a preference. Prefer my sexual partners to be living. Just a preference. Don't hate me.
Doesn't mean I'm deadest.
Well,
I'm looking forward to prepping for next week. I'm very excited about
I
it.
thought you said you're looking forward to prepping that. But next week there was a better ending.
I am actually. That'd be great.
Oof.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I feel like things have come to a natural close.
Yeah, I think we can call it there. Thanks to everybody for joining us, and I think Cranky Yank actually ended up putting some clips into our Discord, into the clips channel, so I'm gonna have to check those out when we log off.
Great stuff.
But definitely,
I love a clip.
yeah, man, same here. I wish people did it more often. Actually, if we should try and incentivize. What can we do to incentivize people to grab some good clips and share
Stickers.
them? Stickers.
Yeah.
No.
Delete
Okay.
the clip of me counting with my fingers, please.
Oh, right. So the clips are Joe miscounting and me talking about beating off Strahd. Those will bring in the watchers. Oh,
Hold on. Are we getting picky about clips now, or are we happy?
I want people to make clips. I want people to share this kind of stuff. But we'll be back next week. How are you guys all looking for next week? Everyone's good? schedule's cleared. Cool. I'll do a lot of work this coming Sunday, so come and join me Sunday night, and I'll do a bunch of prep in regards to the next session. Otherwise, we'll be back at the same time next time. Check out all of our previous sessions on YouTube or anywhere that you get podcasts. And if you really like our stuff, sign up to our Patreon. We'd love to have you supporting us in some way. Whether it's isn't there like actually ignore the Patreon just for a minute. There's just for forget it just for a minute. Twitch has something called September on at the moment where you can sub for a discount, so it's cheaper for you to support us, but we still get the full subscription. So if you want to support us, do it through. Save yourself some money and do it through September. I think that's how it works.
September.
It's just like Twitch has a discount on subscriptions for September, so it's 25% off if you do subscription through Twitch right now. So it saves you money, but we still get the same level of support, which is awesome.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So please do, if you want to support us, jump on a subscription. You'll get access to some Patreon and subscriber-only channels in the Discord as well. So give it a go.
Maybe we'll do our 20 fucking... Oh, no, that's Patreon.
We might have to just add the two together at this point and just do one.
It's a sign of success.
just giving up and doing it anyway. Look, okay, we'll just do it. We'll do it.
When we get to 1 million likes, guys, we're going to drop a big anvil off a bridge. Oh, fuck it, we'll just do it now.
I already bought the anvil.
I'm hungry.
And look, you can get a Getting Dicey mug as well, which is super cool. So grab some merch as well, because it's all fun and it's all good. And it rules. It's a really solid quality mug too. All right, let's call it there. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Good night.
There it is.
So close. Do you message each other to say, "Oh, don't forget to do the fucking car"?
We have a channel called #TheOrangeCar.
Yeah.
And we just ping. It's just @American car.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you guys for playing. Hope it was a good session. It'll be awesome next week. It'll be awesome. All right. See you guys.
Appreciate it.